first reaction coming in from the Congress, Karti Chidambaram himself, speaking, saying that this is the court's decision and so be it, but all of the convicts in that case who have served life imprisonment and are wanting an early release based on their good behavior must be treated equally, and no one should celebrate the release of a convict. Now we have more reactions coming in. The first reaction again coming in from the Congress after Rajiv Gandhi's killers were released. Jairam Ramesh of the Congress now saying Supreme Court's decision totally unacceptable. All right, this is Jairam Ramesh claiming that this is an unacceptable decision by the Supreme Court. Here is the convicts of Rajiv Gandhi who have been allowed to walk free at a time like this. The Congress party now responding. On one hand, you had Karti Chidambaram, who spoke just moments ago, saying that they would accept the court's verdict because it's the court's decision, but all of them should be treated equally in that case. All convicts must get the same treatment, and one must not celebrate the release of the convicts. While he says that, you have Jairam Ramesh of the Congress saying this is difficult to digest. He says this is unacceptable. Supreme Court's decision, totally unacceptable. Congress finds the Supreme Court's move wholly untenable. Jairam Ramesh says Supreme Court's order is not keeping with the spirit of India. This is precisely what Jairam Ramesh, the Congress General Secretary in charge for communications in the Congress, has said, and he's put out this message on Twitter claiming that Supreme Court's decision to release 6 of Rajiv Gandhi's assassins is totally unacceptable. Jairam Ramesh saying that the Congress finds the Supreme Court's move wholly untenable. Supreme Court order not keeping with the spirit of India. This is Jairam Ramesh's statement. Of course, the Congress, as we know, has been closely watching the court's developments when it comes to 6 of these convicts, the Rajiv Gandhi's assassins, who have today been allowed to walk free. They haven't really fully backed the plea by the family members of these convicts and the convicts themselves, asking for an early release based on the fact that they've already completed their life sentence and their good behavior in prison. But there was the AIADMK, while in power in Tamil Nadu as a government, had backed the families and the convicts, saying that on good behavior and considering that they have completed their life sentence, which is about 16 years, and some of them have already completed 30 years in prison, some of them 24 years, and considering that they have already served their term, they must be released. Let me cut across to A. Saravanan, joining us of the DMK, the spokesperson. Saravanan, a quick word from you. Is the DMK welcoming the decision of the Supreme Court to release 6 of Rajiv Gandhi's assassination convicts?
Yeah, we welcome this decision of the Supreme Court where the convicts have been released. This is a telling blow to the actions of the governor. The governor in the state of Tamil Nadu is acting like an extra-constitutional authority. He was acting under the behest of the RSS. He was taking orders from the RSS, from his RSS handlers, and trying to scuttle the elected government. In the last 4 years, this is what has been happening. And now the governor has been taught a lesson by the Supreme Court. It is because the governor did not take any action on the cabinet decision. The Supreme Court has now released them. At least now the governor should realize his folly and try to act as per the constitutional morality. Otherwise, he will lose the respect of the people. He has already lost the respect of the people of Tamil Nadu. If this continues, if the trend of this governor continues, he will lose whatever credibility and little respectability he has left in him.
Aside of the governor's role here, has the DMK actively pushed for the release of these convicts? We know the AIADMK has. Has the DMK really openly spoken in favor of these convicts walking out free, post them serving life imprisonment? In fact, they've served the sentence of nearly 30 years. Some of them 24 years, much more than what was the prescribed life imprisonment tenure of 16 years back in the day. Have you backed it?
Yeah, we have been actively pursuing it, and it is the Supreme Court. We have taken a stand that the governor's actions are illegal and they have to be released forthwith. It is because of the decision taken by Selvi J. Jayalalitha way back in 2014 that they were not released at the time. There's such a long period of wait, almost 8 years they have waited, even though a decision was taken in 2014. Selvi J. Jayalalitha was responsible for this delay. We said at the time that the state government should have used the powers under Article 161 They used it only now. And now the Supreme Court has said, yes, you have the power, the governor, the state government has the power to release them and ordered the release. It is the Jayalalitha's government which was responsible for this delay. And now the governor who was acting as a political leader, he is responsible for this.
All right, Saravanan, as much as you say that you welcome it, we know that the Congress party, who is an ally with you in Tamil Nadu, not welcoming the Supreme Court, or rather calling the Supreme Court's orders unacceptable. We heard Jairam Ramesh saying, and he's put out a tweet as well, claiming that this is untenable and unfair, almost saying that this is unacceptable, what the Supreme Court has decided to release the 6 convicts of Rajiv Gandhi.
Yeah.
See, Congress is your ally in the state.
Yes, if I had been a Congress party worker, even I would have felt the same. See, nobody can accept a leader assassinated. That reaction is expected. It is a very emotive issue. But let us look at the way Madam Sonia Gandhi has been so magnanimous. She was responsible for the commutation of the death sentence given to Nalini, and now Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Madam Priyanka Gandhi, they showed extreme compassionate. They showed what magnanimity all means, forgiveness. They had forgive these people from the bottom of their heart, and that has also been one of the reasons why these people are released now. Yes, if I am a Congress worker, I share the sympathy.
Stay with us, Saravanan. A quick word. I'm going to cut across to Congress MP Manikam Tagore joining us on the phone line. Mr. Tagore, here we're seeing the 6 assassins or the convicts of Rajiv Gandhi's assassination, who now will walk free post the Supreme Court deciding that they have served their term and they can be allowed to leave. They will be leaving prison by this evening. We see Jairam Ramesh's tweet. Are you on the same lines, saying that this is unacceptable, what the Supreme Court has ordered?
It is unacceptable and unfortunate. And with that thing, I want to add one more thing. Where the 3 Sri Lankan convicts will go now? Where was the advocate, union government's advocates today were in the court, in Supreme Court? They're all run away. There was not even one single union government's advocate to oppose this view, to tell about this union government's view. Union government doesn't have any view on this thing, in this case. Why there is advocates of the union government, Mr. Modi's government, which speaks about national security, were not there in the court, in Supreme Court today? Why this double standard by the Modi government on the national security of part? There are 3 convicts of Sri Lankans. There are 3 Sri Lankans there. Where they will go now? Will they go to Sri Lanka, or they will stay back in Chennai and other places?
You know I believe that the government will think this through. This is not going to be left unattended. But primarily the fact that these convicts have walked out, as the Supreme Court says that they have served their term, they've gone through their punishment. Now on good behavior, they will be let go. Do you accept this decision by court? Because this is the law of the land. If you've completed your term, however heinous the crime is, you're allowed to walk free.
What I am saying is about it's an unfortunate decision by the court, and it is one-sided decision by the court, where the union government, which should have opposed the plea, which had been opposing the plea, has now fled that court hall itself.